Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. I hope you're doing wonderful today. I've got a special video for you guys today because we are going to be purchasing 240 Prism crystals to summon some epic or legendary champions for 60 bucks. So we're going to do a Prism crystal opening. It is 40 crystals to open up a Prism crystal shard. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase that. And then we'll go ahead and get on with the shard opening. Alrighty guys, so we bought our Prism Crystal Shards. We have 240 now, so we're gonna go over here to Summon Pool. It looks like there's an event going on. There's a Shadowkin Summon Pool, so we can summon a bunch of Shadowkin champions. Like, we have 2% more chance to get this headline character. Who's this? Tetsuya the Deliverer. Wait, this guy is badass. That'd be sick if I got him. Then there's 4% more chance to get these. And then 94% chance to get these epics. Okay, I mean, a lot of these look pretty cool. I really hope I get a legendary character out of this. So let's see here. Legendary 6%. And epic is 94%. So we got 240 shards here, so we can open like 6 of these. We have 6 chances to get a legendary, so here we go. Shard opening number 1. What do we get? It's purple. Whoa, he looks cool. Alright, so he's a epic tank defense character. Shadowkin. Oh, I mean, dude, this guy looks freaking sick. Let's see, does he have a champion lore? Okay, no lore. His ratings are overall really good here. His recommended artifacts are defense set and a life set. Now let's see what his abilities do. Hotatsu is his name. Red River attacks one enemy, has a 40% chance of placing a leech debuff for 2 turns, damage based on defense. Ooh. Leech debuffs are really nice, gives your team more sustain. 40% chance was pretty high. Alright, his next attack, Rushing Death. Attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance of placing a 50% decreased attack debuff for 2 turns, and damage based on defense. Okay, that's pretty good. And then his next one is Oni Icon. Places a 60% increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns. And a 15% continuous heal buff on all allies for 1 turn. I like that. That sounds really strong. Right, and then he's got an aura. Increases ally defense in all battles by 25%. So that is extremely useful. Alright, what is this? His Ascendant... When he gets Ascension level 3, you get Spirit Touched. Removes 1 random debuff from this champion at the start of each turn. Will remove stun, sleep, freeze, fear, true fear, provoke, petrification, debuffs before other debuffs. I see. Alrighty, so what do you guys rate this out of 1 out of 10? Let me know down below in the comments. Hotatsu. Alright, let's go on to our next Prism Shard opening. Let's see what we get. We got 5 more chances to get a legendary. Was Hotatsu like one of these? Oh yeah, there he is. Cool. Alright. Let's open another. Here we go. Come on, legendary. It's epic. Okay, but he's cool. He's very cool. He is a Shadowkin. And his ratings are 4 on average. Not as high as our last character. Recommends life and defense artifacts. He's another epic tank. I mean, I like his look, dude. I fuck with this. That's really cool. I like the mask. I love the armor. The white armor is really, really cool. I like the sword. It's got like some jagged edges on the sword here. Alright, let's see what his moves do. So I don't think he's as good as our last character, just basing off the fact he's got like 1 or 2 less skills here, and then no aura. Alright, Dual Slice. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Has a 10% chance of stealing 1 random buff. Damage based on defense. Then if you get this skill to level 9, it gets the buff and debuff chance up quite a bit. And then Steel Typhoon. Attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance of placing a 50% decreased attack debuff for 2 turns. That's not bad. And then this one is level 3 Ascension skill. Yojimbo. But Yojimbo places a 60% increased defense buff on allies for 2 turns. Also fills the turn meters of allies by 15%. That one's not bad. That one's not bad. I don't like this one though. This one's like... I mean, if he still some like OP buffs, maybe it's good. kind of niche though. Let's move on. This will be our third Prism Shard opening. We have 4 chances left to get a legendary. Let's see what else we get here. Oh, I need to get rid of some characters real quick. Hold on, guys. Maybe. Let's get rid of some common characters. We got a commons to get rid of. Okay, let me just like turn them into XP real quick. Where's our this guy? Let's give him some XP real quick. Let's get rid of some of these commons that we're not using that are like level 1. Okay, and anywho's back to the Prism Shard opening. Alright, here we go. Legendary. Legendary. My game froze. Huh? It's a black screen, dude. Oh my god. Okay, no, it's epic. Gory. It's kind of a crazy name. 38 reviews. Shadowkin. Woo, these reviews are high. Average of like 4.2, 4.3, 4.4, something like that. Recommends crit rate and offense for artifacts. Alright, let's go over the moves of Gory. Cold Comfort. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Places an extra hit if the target is under a freeze debuff. Heals his champion by 10% of the damage inflicted. Okay, so he's got some sustain. And if they're frozen, he can like attack like 3 times potentially. And then all 3 of those attacks will heal by 10% of damage inflicted. That sounds kind of strong. Alright. Frost Jutsu. Attacks 3 times at random. Each hit has a 75% chance of placing a freeze debuff for 1 turn. Okay, so it sounds like you would want to open up with this move, and then like you want to like use your basic autos. Basic skill. Alrighty, let's see. What's the next one? Also, this can be a 3-turn cooldown at level 6. The buff debuff chance goes up like 25%. Holy, that's kind of cracked. Alright, Frostbreaker is the next skill. Attacks 1 enemy will ignore increase defense and shield buffs. Will also ignore 50% of the target's defense if they're under a freeze debuff. Okay, that's really good. Places a counterattack buff and a 50% increased attack buff on the champion for 2 turns if this attack kills an enemy. Okay, so that's crazy. So you want to use Frost Jutsu and then Frostbreaker in that order, and you'll get a counterattack buff and 50% increased attack buff after like killing them. Alright, what's this one? Ascension level 3 skill is Dignity. Counterattacks with the Cold Comfort skill whenever an enemy places a stun, sleep, freeze, provoke, fear, true fear, petrification debuff on an ally. Okay, so he'll like use his regular skill on any allies that gets a hard like CC debuff. Okay, that's kind of nice. Alright, let's go on to the next Prism Shard opening. Let's see what we get. There we go. Something cool. The Shadowkin. Oh, we got Gory again. We have 2 Gories. Honestly, that's kind of cool. Wait, but like, we can have like 2 Gories like freezing the heck out of the enemy team. And getting like a ton of extra hits. Wait, that sounds kind of fun. That sounds kind of fun, actually. I'm not even upset. I'm not even upset. That sounds really fun. Alright, so we already know what Gory does, so let's go on to the next one. Yeah, we do like a whole freeze comp with 2 Gories and a couple of other like freeze characters. That'd be fun to do for like a video. Alright. 2 chances left to get a legendary. Here we go. Yeah, another epic Shadowkin. Oh, we got this guy again. Hotatsu. What does he do again? He has the leech debuff. He's got increases attacks on enemies. Decreases their attack for 2 turns. Places a 60% increased defense buff on allies for 2 turns. And a continuous heal buff. Okay. Alright, let's move on to the final Prism Shard opening here. We got 2 Hotatsus and 2 Gories. What is? Wait, we got another Gory. Wait, that's actually crazy. We got 3 Gories. Honestly, like 3 Gories on the same team, like just like constantly freezing the opponents and then like hitting them, doing extra hits and healing sounds kind of cracked. Okay, I mean, I'm kind of excited to like make a full Gory comp. We just need 1 or 2 more Gories, guys. Maybe in the future we'll find like 2 more. We could have 5 Gories at once. That'd be kind of funny. So like the counterattack buff and the 50% increased attack buff after killing enemies will be crazy, and then just like constantly freezing them. Alright, well that's interesting. Alright, well that concludes our Prism Shard opening. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below in the comments what you think of these openings. What do you think of the 3 Gory comp plus 2 Hotatsus? And yeah, let me know down below in the comments. And I would appreciate it if you guys would body that like button and subscribe for daily content. It would help support me. Also, shout out to my QR code in the bottom right if you're a new player wanting to get a free epic character and then free legendary character. Use my QR code or link in the description, and that will help support me as well. Would appreciate that. And that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time. Have a good one.